Hey guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. If you're going to live in Costa Rica, you need to know something about the Tico culture if you're going to survive here. What I'm about to tell you can save you big time on frustration and probably big time on money. Now, we've talked about this before, glanced over it in like expat videos, but this needed its own video because that's how important it is here. All right. So anyway, I'm sure you've heard, read, or experienced that the people in Costa Rica are very nice and very polite. Well, that's true, they are. They are very nice and they are very polite, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're sincere or that they're honest. Now, before you get your panties in an uproar, this is a cultural thing, but this is a lot of cultures around the world, even like the United States, Southern hospitality. They may not care about you, they may not even agree with you, but you're usually welcomed in their house and they're very hospitable. Asians the same way. So this is a lot of cultures, not just Tico. So everything you say here is pretty much a nod in agreement. They're going to be positive. You're not going to get a whole lot of guff from them, about what you're saying, which also means you're not going to get a whole lot of perspective. So when you say, well, I want to open a gourmet peanut butter store that caters to Ticos. Mind you, Ticos don't really eat peanut butter. They're probably going to say, yeah, that's a great idea. I love it. Now, I do that too. I don't want to really squash anybody's dreams or, bust their bubble. Now, if they're good friends, I believe that I will tell them the truth and give them some good feedback. But even if you have good Tico friends here, they're liable to kind of just agree with you. Now, my theory is this, and now this is my theory. I believe that one of the reasons they do this is they see opportunity. So they're thinking, okay, peanut butter store. My uncle is an architect. He might be able to design it. My cousin's a contractor. He might be able to build it. I grow peanuts. So I think they see opportunity, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you want to have a dumbass idea, and you want to pay somebody to make that dumbass idea a reality, then I see no problem with people taking opportunity about that. The bigger thing, and I think the bigger problem, is the yes and no answers here. You need to know that to say no here is kind of rude. It's like a sin. It's almost a sin to say no. They don't want to displease you. They don't want any problems. They don't want confrontation. They're pleasers. And yes is a very pleasing answer. So even when they know it's a no, they're going to say yes. Or when they don't know something, it's a yes, and they act like they do. Now, I'm sure you can kind of see the problems with that. And those initial problems can snowball into much bigger problems. So when you say, can you build my house for under $200,000? Lord, that's loud. So when you say, can you build my house for $200,000, under $200,000? And yes, no problem. Can you get my permits, my papers already within 3 weeks? Yes, no problem. Now, there can be big time problems with that. That's where that whole Tico time and gringo pricing comes in. So it can be a big time problem and snowball into even bigger problems. So now what do you do about it? Well, the first thing you do is you don't ask yes and no questions. You say things like, so what's a better day to paint my kitchen, Thursday or Friday? Or what's your best guess when my house can be done? 6 months, 9 months, a year? So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the arbitrary yes that they're used to saying, and you want to get them to that you're showing kind of respect for their knowledge and opinion, and that they can take maybe some personal ownership in the answer instead of just that arbitrary yes. Now, am I guaranteeing this is going to change anything? Obviously no. It's definitely a no. But what it does it makes you aware, and then maybe you can plan, you can act, or you can adjust accordingly. I'm sure some of you are thinking, yeah, but if they told me 9 months, I have a contract, 9 months, I'll get a lawyer, I'll sue. Well, I'll tell you what, you get your lawyer, they'll get their lawyer, you tell me how that works out for you. So you don't really want to go in that way. So this is my big tip about Tico culture. It's very important to know, and now that you know, I think you're good. So my name is Michael Allen, Travel Costa Rica Now, and I can assure you, if you listen, it will definitely help. Peace.